Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
All right, there we go here. Mr. Harvey, we've been talking and he wanted to know why I didn't have the mic on. So I got it on now. I'm sorry. I should have started recording
I'm
earlier.
embarrassing him because I
Yeah,
like to
yeah, he
smack
is.
when I'm talking.
Because see, when I was a little boy, I got beat up so bad by my parents about eating and talking at the same time because we sit at the table and my dad was at one end and my mom was at the other end, and both of them had a stick in their hand. And so anytime we did something wrong, they reach across the table, bam, and hit you right on your hand. All right, ain't no talking and stuff with your mouth full. Wait till you swallow your food first, then you can talk. And if we
I
pick
used
the
to get the
wrong,
backhand. You got a
yeah,
stick.
and then if we pick the wrong utensils up and everything, eat our food with and everything, you got cracked on the knuckles again. And sometimes they wouldn't even say anything. They just pick the little stick up and then bam, and hit you, and you got to figure out what the heck you did wrong. So I'm, hey, I just all those old habits, man. They die hard. Anyway, people, we've been talking about what's going on, how, man, it's just unreal and stuff of what we're seeing here, and how all these so-called Republicans who scared to open their mouth and say anything because they don't want to say anything against the president. And I just, man, I can't believe that we have so many representatives and they don't represent me. They're representing the other folks out there who are hurting real bad. And they're looking for these people to help them, and they don't have any help. None. So some of these people that come to these town halls or whatever that they have going on, and they get hollered at, and they just walk out the door. And you can look at their face and tell that they know what their constituents are telling them the truth and everything, but they can't do anything about it. Can't open their mouth.
Hots budget for 2025 is
It's a horrible shame. A horrible shame. I watched a representative from Ted State. Forget the young man's name. I think his name was Malcolm Wilson or something. He was at the Malcolm Wilson, I think it was. And he was speaking in one of the committees, and he called Trump the grifter in chief. Man, all the Republicans jumped all over. Poor man. He said, finally, the chairman, who was a Republican, Comer from Kentucky, asked him to take the word back because he was talking about their president. You don't talk about our president like that. And he said, well, this is what I got to say. I'm talking about President Musk and the grifter in chief, Donald Trump. He said, no, you can't say that. So they finally came to a conclusion that it's okay to demean Musk because he ain't nothing, but they can't say that about the president.
Yeah, I
They
saw
can't.
them. They ran him out of there.
Yeah, they did. They finally, finally, the brother said, "Well, okay, I will say, uh, President Musk and Donald Trump, who's a grifter." They say you can't say that either. Well, I didn't call him a grifter in chief. I just call it he is a grifter. Everybody know it. Even you know he's a grifter. So,
They went crazy.
They went crazy. They went absolutely berserk on that young man. Because they call that man. Now, they can call President Biden all kind of names, and then didn't nobody say a word. But as soon as and everybody know he a grifter because he out there selling everything he can sell. You know, he done sold shoes, he done sold Bibles. Now he out there on the trail. He the president, and he's selling crosses with Jesus on the cross. And he's selling
Double.
double bubble. And he said it's a nice outfit and everything. If you
I
don't
think that was
believe
AI
it,
though, Ed.
he said, "Act Jesus." I said, "No, he didn't say that."
Ed, that was an AI. Somebody did that as a joke.
He really didn't matter. That's what he said. He said AI. Now, the AI Ted was him sucking on Elon Musk's toes. That was the AI. He had him sucking on his toes. Oh, man. But Ted, he is selling them crosses. He out selling crosses, and he's selling gold money. He got them gold dollars. He's selling out there for people to buy gold dollars.
Somebody said 5 million. That ain't no money. It should be at least 20 minimum.
Yeah, well, he's selling them anyway, and some of the people buying it. They buying it. then he's selling cryptocurrency with his name. he sold it, and then Melania's wife said, "Well, crap, hell, if Donald can sell it, hell, I can put some Melania coins out there." If Donald can do it, I can do it too. Oh man, these folks, I don't know. Oh,
well,
wow.
you know, we already said this many times. We talked about it. America's for sale, bro. America's for sale. And, you know, and raiding the money has been going on for a good 50 years. Not investing in this country. You know, I mean, they giving pennies, nickels, and dimes out. You know, I was studying the HUD, and when the last HUD secretary, she did an excellent job for people keeping staying in their apartments when we had the pandemic, and she was doing an excellent job in helping people keep their homes, you know, because a lot of people wasn't working and wasn't getting their money like they're supposed to. So, but she retired early, you know, like 6 or 7 months before the election, and went on to work for a law firm. And she's 70, 71 years old. But she kept HUD going and increased the budget and everything. And now the budget is down to about 72 billion. A lot of people gonna be hurting now, bro. And then they talking about changing, like after 2 years, you're on assistant housing, you have to leave. So it's a lot of things that can happen and transpire, and people just don't know. But here's the thing, you gotta look at the good side. This is where I look at it. There's only a certain percentage of Black people. I would say a good 25%. maybe 30% that's below poverty. I mean, they're not poor, but they're poor and broke. There's a difference between being broke and then there's a difference between being poor. So what I'm thinking that this is where our 1%ers, 10%ers need to step up. Because right now we're not participating in all of these marches, and you got Latinos marching, you got the people from Gaza marching, the Palestinians, you got all of these different marches, you got women marching, all of this about their rights. And that's gonna change anything because they don't care. And then you got all of these people going into these little town halls meetings, Ed. And you know what the Speaker of the House said? Oh, they ain't nothing but paid actors, that's all. The cause of harassment. We had real people in there just before that. So they're not paying attention to nothing they're saying. You can do all the hollering and screaming you want, people. But like what these young people saying, you done effed around and found out. And now, it's on y'all now. Y'all voted for the man. Y'all voted for him. So deal with it. Because ain't nothing you can do about it now. The only thing you can do is that you can let your congressperson know, but see, he don't care. You can call him, you can go to his office, you can stand in front of his house, he don't care. Because all he cares about is as long as he gets the votes. That's all he cares about. You can do all that hollering and screaming all you want, because when it comes time to voting, those red states is gonna still vote for those Republicans unless they feel the pain. Until they start feeling the real pain, how they've been treating black people, then maybe you'll vote to your best interest. Because I mean, hey, I'm the first one to say Democrats is definitely not perfect. But they ain't gonna screw you all the way. These people screwing you all the way. It's because you're against woke, so-called woke ideology, or you against progressives or left wing and all that stuff. That's minute stuff. That's not even important. It's not even important. Not politically. It has nothing to do with politics. People want their rights, and just like you want your rights. That's the way I feel about it. I mean, I might not go along with the gay lifestyle, but that's their lifestyle, and that's what they want. And there's plenty of them, 20 million, 30 million, I don't know how many gay people there are, or people that's in that genre. But that's their business. We supposed to live in a free country. People that's using marijuana and stuff, I don't use marijuana. I don't use no kind of drugs or nothing like that. No more than my medication I take. But other than that, I'm telling you, it's a free country and people are adults. People want to have all this craziness when it comes to sex and stuff. That's their business. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. We live in a free country. How you gonna have it's okay to be a prostitute in Nevada, and then you're gonna arrest people that's in New York? I don't get it. If a person want to be a sex worker on their own and their own willfulness, that's their business. I might not agree with it, but that's, hey. But I'm just saying, what are we doing here? Because, and then when you look at the religious side, we on a Sunday. This is Sunday. You're on the religious side. Hey, if y'all so against all of this stuff, preach on it, teach on it, get out in the street and talk about it. Try to prevent it. But sitting up here making all these laws and condemning people and using it as a political wedge, because that's what you're doing. That's what these politicians are doing to you, making it a political wedge, which has nothing to do with most of us. That's why I say we live in stupidity. Stupidity. And let me say something about this stupidity crap that happened over the last couple of days. And now you got the whole world coming against America. We ain't got no friends no more. And we all powerful, yeah, military powerful. We ain't political power now. We ain't no political. The political power is gone, bro. You can negotiate with all this, tariffs and all that kind of stuff and play those kind of games, but the political power is gone. They just they stopping our military, our ships from gassing up, fueling up. What are you doing? What are y'all doing? You letting this man just destroy this country. Y'all don't care. Y'all think maybe y'all know something we don't know. Maybe Putin, Russia is not as powerful as he think he is. Maybe he may know something more than we know. Maybe all he's doing is blustering, with the threatening to use nukes. We don't know. Why that man was in there in the White House that same night, he used drones to bomb Ukraine. But they talking about peace. This ain't complicated, bro. What's complicated is this country, all the nuances to help all these people around this country. And y'all done messed around and found out that, hey, it was a lot of people getting advantage of the government works. It's sad, man. People don't understand how the government works, how the the corporation works. And these corporate people gonna start feeling it later too. Because see, they do a lot of business internationally. And they can cut them off too. And their stocks gonna go down, down, down. Because of this knucklehead. I don't know, man. We need to get somebody that's in there that's intelligent, and then we need to start electing people that know what the hell they're doing and know what to do. You can't keep putting these knuckleheads and these dumbass people in there, got some kind of political ideology that ain't worth a quarter. This is about the American people. I don't understand it, man. What's wrong with these people? Putting these dumbass people in office. That's not concerned. This ain't no right or left thing. This is about American people. Unless you just a white supremacist and you hate black people and you don't want black people to progress. And that's what you got, a lot of those in this doggone in Congress. And the majority of white folks are not racist. They might be bigots. They might not want to socialize with you, but they don't hate black people. And y'all need to step up, white tea people. Step up. Because Trump don't give a shit about you. Okay, I done did my rant.
Well, they have stepped over into Social Security. Not in a way that right now that most people think. They decided that they don't need as many Social Security Administration workers. So I guess they giving close to 7,000 Social Security Administration employees the axe. So you take a retirement, do something else. But we taking 7,000 jobs. Anybody who's ready to retire and stuff, you all can go ahead on and retire. But 7,000, you guys are going to miss. They have 6 regional offices. So Musk said we can do with just 2. So you're probably going to divide it up and put one on the east side and one on the west side of the Mississippi River. But they got 6. But he said we're going to knock them out. We're going to knock them regional offices out. Take it down to 2. So all you folks who are retired and you need to talk to somebody from the Social Security people, good luck. I believe that this knucklehead, President Musk, as everybody calling him now, he's the president, but unelected president, is in charge. And he has convinced the grifter in chief that this is the right thing to do. So far, it's been how long, Ted? It'll be what, almost 2 months now? Close to 2 months here. He done just been in office, and he done created a big mess out here. We got court cases and stuff going on. He fired one of the inspector generals who was in charge of the general counsel. He fired him because he didn't want him there. But when the general counsel filed a lawsuit against it, they took it all the way to the Supreme Court. And to tell you how dumb these people are who try to defend the case, even some of the conservative justices looked at the fool who was fighting the case in front of the Supreme Court that was on Trump's side and said, bro, that ain't gonna fly. You got to come forward with a better argument than that. So the Supreme Court said, you can't fire him, and that was it. So the man back on the job. They can't do nothing with him. But Trump decided that I guess that he's just going to figure out some other kind of way to check him out. So he don't want to do anything with him. So he's telling these people to don't deal with him. So no matter what the heck happened, it's not like he defined the court. The man back on the job, but that doesn't mean that they got to use him. They got to do anything and stuff with him. He just sit out there isolated and getting paid. So going back to the other one here, we got other stuff going on. U.S. aid. They said how many $1 billion, Ted, that was
8.5 billion, that's it.
That's it? That's all they did. Okay. So out of all that money, only what they said about 10% of it, or 15% of the money went to somebody outside the United States. Right? all those people who work here in the United States and their livelihood depends on it, created and the U.S. aid stuff and everything, and they have employed all these people here, most of them in the red states, to do something and to buy their products so they can ship it over to the people who are hungry. So in essence, really actually only about 10% of the money is going outside this country. Everything else is spent right here in the United States. So they done took some more jobs away.
Mostly what it's costing us is shipping and storage.
Yeah, that's it.
And then the employees.
Yeah, and most of the employees they have, maybe 10 or 12 of them in each one of the little regions where they're doing it. And a lot of those people volunteered their time to help distribute the food to these people.
The network is humongous as far as
It is.
that
And
little
now,
bit of money. And
and
2 billion of it goes to the farmers.
more than that. They said there's more than that goes to the farmers. He said more than that. But the judge said you got to reinstate the money. So that dumb senator that you guys sent to the Secretary of State, his neck is on the block. So he's telling the people, well, okay, we gonna have to give them the money back. Well, guess what? Some of them 19-year-old kids went into the system and shut the money off, and he doesn't know how to find out who did it. So the Secretary of State is sitting there trying to figure out how he's going to abide by the order because he doesn't even know how to get into the system to pay the people because Musk won't tell him. He done already said, I'm gonna, we going to abide by the judge's ruling. But Musk said he's sitting there and looking him in the face and everything and knowing that his people know how they didn't shut their money off and they won't turn it back on. And he can't do nothing about it because Musk is the president. This is crazy.
Well, you said that Putin got something on him, right?
Got a lot on it.
On clown face. But I'm here to tell you that Putin ain't got nothing on Trump that Musk don't have on him. Musk got, number one, he gave him almost $300 million he put in his campaign. But I think he got something more than that. And I think that he infiltrated a lot of stuff when it came to November 5th. And he might have told him, I can do this. I can make sure you win. I can make sure you win. He messed up Pennsylvania, and he messed up Arizona. He messed up Georgia, and probably a couple of other states, and Nevada. But what I'm saying is that that's what he got over Trump right now. Because see, if anybody finds out, and I don't understand why they don't have, these Democrats, they're going to have to come out of their pocket or they need to raise some money or something, because I don't know if it's true or not, but Kamala knows something went wrong. Something wasn't quite right. And that's why she didn't talk when they said that Trump had won. That's why she didn't come out that night, because she was trying to see if she can fight it. That's just my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong on that, but I don't think so. Because I just don't believe it. So, all of this, I hear all these people, they just news, they just clickers, they want clicks. They talking about making jokes and fun, or talking about what happened to the president of Ukraine, and they laughing at Trump and how stupid he looked and all that kind of stuff, and how rude he was. And I don't care about none of that, because we already know where they're coming from and where they at. Trump ain't nothing but a traitor, bro. He's an agent. And the reason why I say that, why would so many higher ups say that he's an agent? Dozens of them are saying it. Dozens of people are saying that he's an agent. But yet still, these people act like they don't, they the ones that's in power. They the ones who are in power. They the ones that know all the ins and outs. Why are they allowing this country firing all of these most important people in medicine, in military, in security? Why? The president is not that powerful. He is not king. And you trying to tell me that you can't convince 4 or 5 Republicans to switch on this dude? I'm sorry. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, I've read a lot of stuff, but I haven't experienced what they've experienced. And when I hear the stuff coming out of their mouth, bro, they know a whole lot. And why is this happening? I have no idea.
Okay. We got some real mess going around, some fake news
Uh-oh.
from the right wing, and they have put out that Stacey Abrams has a $2 billion fund out there that she is in charge of, that the EPA.
Wait a minute. Did you say that was fake news?
Yeah, supposed to be.
So they claiming that she got a $2 billion fund.
She has a $2 billion fund.
And where did she get that $2 billion from, bro?
From the EPA. It's out there. I'm telling you, it's out there.
She got a $2 billion fund
She's
from the
in charge of
EPA.
a $2 billion fund that they gave her, and it came from the Environmental Protection Agency.
Oh my goodness. They
It's out
scared of
there.
her, bro.
It's out there on one of them far right news folks.
They scared of her.
They spreading that news around that she got that money. She took it, and they're saying that she took that $2 billion and she got it, and they're telling they folks and stuff and everything. See there, she took $2 billion of you all's money. So they try to blame her for all the money that's missing. They try to blame her for it, saying, well, she got the $2 billion, so you shouldn't be asking us about anything. Blame Stacey Abrams.
Where she had it from? Where she had it at? $2 billion, a lot of money.
They ain't said where she had it at. Now, all they said was that she got a fund that she's in charge of, and it's $2 billion in it, and it came from the EPA.
Well, you know her better than I do because you're right there. But what I'm saying is, I mean, I know for a fact that her whole initiative was voter registration.
Right.
I've never heard her really delve into real deeply into that kind of genre.
That's why you're sitting out there in that news cycle out there. It's sitting out there in the news cycle. It's not on
Well,
any. It's not on any major stuff or on the liberal
whatever sticks, bro.
news
Whatever
stream.
sticks. That's
But they put it out there on the thing, and they put it in writing, black and white, and they got her name in there, Stacey Abrams, and there's a big old story and stuff about how she got that money. Doesn't say where it came from or if they found it or anything. All they're saying is that it came to her from the EPA. The EPA got it, and they're telling their people, the readers and stuff and everything, this is why they haven't got some of their money, because Stacey Abrams took $2 billion.
Man, I don't think if they would have gave it to her legally, she wouldn't probably.
There ain't no way in the world she could have got $2 billion. Now they just come up with say $100,000 or $200,000 or something like that, it might have been believable. But when they said $2 billion, I said no. I had to go. I logged into it and I read the article and stuff and everything. It's on some obsolete far right news program, news service out there and everything, and they got people out there who are reading that stuff.
Liars, man, liars.
Right now, they have. I'm giving you news around the country here. Our sister over there in New York, they done got so friendly and stuff with her now. They don't use her real name. Her name is Tish James now to all the white folks. She's Tish James. See, they call her Tish James now, and they'll call her over her name. Use her whole name, Letitia. State's attorney, Attorney General Letitia James. They don't say that anymore. She's Tish James now. It ain't got no other stuff down into it. We say Tish James.
Attack on black women.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And Trump had decided that she whooping them so bad that he told her, he wrote an executive order to take away her security clearance.
Really?
Yes, sir.
He can't do that.
He did it. He wrote an executive order to take away Letitia James's Attorney General, New York Attorney General Letitia James's security clearance. She don't have no security clearance. Took it away because she's leading a major lawsuit against the Treasury Department and them attacking the Treasury Department.
Oh yeah.
That she started, and that 16 other governors and stuff, or attorney generals and these other states and stuff have turned around and is backing her up now.
I read a little bit of it, about it.
Yeah. And let's stay in New York. Brother Adams, my lost brother, he's got some competition in the primary for the mayor of New York. The disgraced governor, Andrew Cuomo, is running for the mayor of New York City.
Who?
City of New York.
Who?
Andrew Cuomo.
Oh yeah, I read that.
Yeah, and they're saying that, well, he got some some women stuff in the closet. So Andrews folks then came out and said President Trump got the same thing. So why y'all bothering me? that man done told about how he done messed with these women's private parts and stuff, and now you're gonna tell me about morality and the president sitting up in there with y'all better leave me alone. I'm running against Mr. Adams, the mayor of New York, and so Mr. Adams is sitting there, poor brother, because as soon as he gonna lose the election, I can guarantee you that he ain't gonna win. So as soon as he is no longer the mayor of New York, guess what's gonna happen to him?
He's going to jail.
They're gonna be all on that little trailer black man, like stank on doo-doo. They're gonna be all over it. Poor man. He might not make it. He might be going to jail because he can't do nothing. If you can't do nothing for Trump, he gonna throw you to the wolves. He getting ready to throw Adams to the wolves. I know he is. I don't know nothing about him. Y'all can do what y'all want to do with it. They gonna make a poor boy. You sit down there and sold his soul to Donald Trump, and Donald getting ready to sell him down the pipe. Trust me, folks, when the election's over with and he ain't won, he ain't the mayor of New York no more, Trump ain't gonna want him no more. He become a useless piece of whatever. So that tells you, brothers and stuff out there, why you all backing this man up, all you black folks, because he ain't doing nothing for you.
Now, which one you talking about, Adams, or you talking about Trump?
Yeah.
You talking about both of them?
Yeah, and I'm scared of my sister from Texas. I'm scared of her. I'm scared for her. I'm scared for her. She is such a thorn in them son of a gun side now that somebody go. I ain't gonna laugh about these people, but it's just unreal is what get ready to happen. At first I said no, but girlfriend killing them. She killing them every turn. She done jumped on Marjorie Taylor Greene now and call her a thief. Now she done got on national TV and said she's apologizing for the United States to the European nations and stuff about what Trump did and Vance did in the Oval Office. I'm apologizing for our country. Now you know they're getting ready to do something to girlfriend Ted. I don't know what's coming down, but they are not going to keep on allowing her to sit down there and keep talking freely like that. They getting ready to do something to her. I don't know what it is, but it's coming. There you go, because they can't. She is just talking too much, and she is bringing too much fire on them son of a gun. And a lot of them are scared of her. Even Marjorie Taylor Greene is scared of her.
You know why? I tell you why. She know the law.
Right. That's what I'm saying. She tell the truth.
She know the law.
You know the law.
So and she don't have to go get no books for it because she got it all in her head.
Right there. She got it right there. I hope that her pastor and all the folks down there at her church who are bodyguarding her now do a good job, because I believe they're gonna do something to girlfriend.
Well, I'm not gonna believe that, but I'm gonna believe that.
I do.
I believe this though. The one thing about these malicious type people, saboteurs, the one thing about them is they got patience, bro. They got patience. I mean, we've already experienced that, because You know, this project 2025 goes way, way, way back since 1975. So this, you know, and the thing is, what they didn't have, they had money, you know, but it was pennies, nickels, and dimes. You know, they would dribble money to these different heritages and all these different little enclaves, you know, and they'll give them penny, nickels, and dimes. But here come Elon Musk, and he gave 2025, I think he's either 50 or $100 million. He gave Stephen Miller $50 million because Stephen Miller and his little group and clan start suing black businesses. They got the money. They got the money now. And he done spread millions of dollars to destroy this country. And I'm talking about Elon Musk. Millions and millions of dollars to destroy this country. Now, this is what some people say, and I don't know how true it is. And I made this on the last show, and Ed tried to defute me about it. He ain't got no money, bro. He ain't got no money.
What did you
Not
say
the
now?
kind of money that he think like everybody think he got.
Well,
The only way he gonna be able to get money is he gonna have to sell more of his interest in Tesla.
that ain't gonna happen. Ain't nobody want to buy that stock no more. That stock is going, man. You got China then told them don't bring no more Teslas over.
Tell it.
Canada
Tell it.
done put 100% tariff on their cars.
Tell it.
Europe and Canada had done the same thing.
Tell
They
it.
got to pay 100% tariff on their cars if they're coming inside their country.
People returning their cars, they burn them up. So
they dogging him out because they know that's where the bulk of his money comes from is Tesla. And they dogging him out big time. I don't know what he doing or what he plan on doing, but I've heard, and not for sure because I haven't read about it, but I've heard, and other folks talking to him saying that they've already started laying off people in Tesla's plants. They're gonna start laying off people because they can't produce. Ain't nobody buying them cars. Only people can buy them cars in the United States. That's it. And he cannot sustain this market right here because he got competition here with General Motors and Ford and all the rest of them who got electric cars too. They cut him off. So this is it, man. You can't bring that stuff over here. So they're trying to hit it at the heart of Trump and everything and the folks and stuff who are sitting out there with them. But the people around them to are collateral damage. Those employees and stuff there at the Tesla plant, all these other folks that they are dealing with, that's collateral damage, man. 7,000 Social Security Administration workers gonna lose their job. 7,000 people. Now imagine if you get rid of one, that means 6 or 7 people behind them are gonna be hurt. Just like they did all the rest of those folks. They done put these people out. But the dumb son of guns realized that they got rid of some people from the CDC, the scientists, and they begging them to come back. Said, please, y'all need to come back because we can't deal with this stuff. And the people that told him, we ain't coming nowhere. Lose my number. You fired me, lose my number. They begging them to come back. Please come back. We need you. You should have thought about this before you fired me. Now, AI, artificial intelligence. A lot of stuff to it is coming down the pipe. A lot of stuff is coming down the pipe. And I've been reading about this stuff, and some of that stuff, man, is unreal. They have a company out there. I forget the name of it. I wrote it down here somewhere on my list here. That they are creating these robots. And when they get enough of these robots and stuff created in this facility, in this plant, everybody in there who is human, they are firing them. And the reason why they are firing them is because the robot that they created, they're going to bring them back to the plant so they can create more of themselves. They're so smart that they can turn around and they'll be able to create more of themselves in
So
this
they've
plant.
been programmed to make themselves.
Yes, sir. Unbelievable.
Well, you
China
know,
has another company called Tencent, and they have put out a language model in their company that is better than deepfake.
I was
They've
just
already,
reading that article today.
yes, sir. Unbelievable. So this language model, reasoning model and stuff is better than deepfake. They thought deepfake was okay, and that went thing. Tencent said we got something that's 10 times better than deepfake.
And you know why they can produce those AIs so fast? They got people. They got people, bro.
They got some smart folks.
They got people.
They got some smart folks. Guess what, America? Your president acted a damn fool about the Panama Canal.
And what they do to the Pentagon Canal now?
He acted a damn fool about the Panama Canal. Told them Panamanians and stuff that they better not do anything, that they want their daggone canal back. Right now, they can't, because of the drought and stuff going on there in that area and stuff, they're not getting enough rain to help to keep those locks and stuff, because as those boats come through the Panama Canal, they have locks they have set up and everything to raise the water level up so they can be able to move these ships through the canal. And with these chains of locks and everything, and they don't have the water and stuff to keep that stuff going, it takes a lot longer to build up the water level to get these ships through there. And some of the ships and everything are so large that they can't get through the Panama Canal. So guess what our boys over there in China has done? About 100 miles north of the Panama Canal, them smart old slant-eyed fools up there have created a
Yeah, come on
system.
now.
They've
Don't be
created
rude.
they've created a system over there that is unbelievable, because they can't get it through the Panama Canal. They've been working on this stuff for about 4 years now, because they knew this stuff was getting ready to happen, because them people think ahead. They ain't like us, that we just think right there in front of us. These people are thinking 5 and 10 years down the road.
500 years down the road.
They knew that those canals, that the Panama Canal was not going to be able to handle these super tankers and stuff that carrying all this cargo. They can't handle it. They knew about it. They knew it was coming. So what they have done was they went down into this little small country and stuff and bought a stretch of land that goes from the Pacific Ocean to the Gulf of Mexico. It's about 50 miles long. They put in high-speed rails from the Pacific Ocean to the Gulf of Mexico. High-speed rails, 4 of them. They finished them up. They have a system now that is set up that's damn near automated on one end and automated on the other end. And as the ships come from Europe, they come into that area there where that little area and stuff is at. These automatic systems unload those big tankers, took all the cargo off of it, put it on these rails and stuff, and ship it back to the Pacific Ocean side. And then they have another automatic system and stuff and everything. And they said that thing is fantastic, that thing will load a whole ship in a day.
Mm,
All the containers off and load it in a day. And people don't run it. It's ran by AI.
mm.
Ain't nobody got to be there to watch it. They doing it. That shit's automated so good that they can load that ship back up and then ship that stuff back to the Pacific Ocean. And they come up on the Pacific Ocean, do the same thing. They unload them daggone tankers and stuff and everything, get them all them containers off of there, put them on the high-speed rails that's going 24/7 to the other
And
side.
where are they doing a lot of their business now? In Mexico.
He said they told the United States, y'all can have the canal. We got our stuff right now set up, and you can't bother because we own it. They gave Donald Trump the finger, the middle finger. It's built. It's operable right now.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
It's going to be my last word.
Okay.
Meritocracy.
Who?
Meritocracy.
Okay.
You know, they always used to say the cream always rise to the top.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're the best football player, you're the best basketball player, baseball player. The cream always rise to the top. But those people that rose to the top, how many hours did they train? And when they trained, did they train correctly? So you can do a lot of training, but if you ain't training correctly, doing the correct way to train, whatever it is, then you'll just be a good player. But if you know how to train correctly to uplift yourself to be better than the rest, then you become great or you become exceptional. Well, I'm here to say this, and I've always believed this. You know, some of us love certain things and we have different interests. It might be sports, it might be science, it might be math, it might be whatever. When you do not invest in your people, you are not going to get the best. You'll get pretty good people because they're working hard and they're doing all the things they're supposed to do, at least what they say, but you're not giving them all the ingredients to be great. You're not giving them the tools to be great. You're not investing. And this is what America has not done. And what is the reason why? I hate to say it, but it's true.
It was done on purpose, Ted.
There you go.
It was done on purpose. It was
Yeah.
purposefully done to
Purposely done.
dummy down a certain percentage, a section of their population, to make them dumb. It was done on purpose.
And it's sad because now it's coming to fruition.
Right.
Because you have over 70 million people that are retired in this country. You got another 10 to 15 million unemployed. There's only 340 million people in this country. And you only got a small 30%, if that high, with college degrees. And they don't even have the right, a lot of them don't even have the science and the engineering and the medical degrees that we need. So if you don't invest in your people, this is what we're getting now. This is the reason why we have to recruit, at least this is what they think, other people around the world. And that was an industrial thing too, because, you know, they wanted to do business in other countries. But the point is that because they did not invest in every community, top flight, because everybody's not going to be a scientist, everybody's not going to be an engineer, everybody's not going to be a doctor. But when you give them top flight engineer, you know, the Germans have a system, and they can weed out people who's going to be this, who's going to be that, and they know pretty much what kind of intellectual stamina they have as far as certain things, and they determine it very early. And those people end up being in the right positions that they should be. If it's you supposed to be on the assembly line and you're gonna be good at that, and they already know that. And that person is happy doing what they're doing. But if you're a scientist and you know how to investigate and do all kinds of hypotheses and you know how to do all of that, then they know. Because they put them through those rigors while they're coming up in school. And they don't, it's not a prejudice or a class thing. There are people that just have interest in certain things. If you're a lawyer and you're interested in law and you like that and you go into that, they give you all the work that you need so that you become an excellent lawyer. We don't invest in our people, man. They talk about meritocracy. Here's the meritocracy that's going on right now. I'm gonna tell you this right now. And if you think about it, you would agree to me. Listen to what I'm saying here. In the Ivy League schools, the top schools, and I'll include Stanford, you know, in that. If you look at these people, most of those people, those children, went to private schools, Harvard, Yale, Brown. They went to top schools. Those parents spent thousands of dollars sending them to school. It cost them $40,000, $50,000 a year just to go through elementary school, to go through high school. And then they got trained on how to study and learn and all those things. Then they go to the top flight college schools, whatever law degree or business and stuff like that. But what was the deal? That's not meritocracy. They had opportunity to get the best training. The best training. And then you say, well, how come they so smart? Well, because they've been ever since they was in kindergarten. They was trained for that. Now some of them fall by the wayside. You know, it's too much stress for them or what have you, but majority of them, 75% of them, They make it on through and they become money managers, CEOs, doctors, lawyers, engineers, high quality people because they had the right training. That's not meritocracy, bro. That's the 1%ers, the 10%ers. But America, they need more than just that. We need everybody to rise up. And we're not doing it. We're not training our people. We're not trying to look ahead. And now you got, that's what China does, bro. They train their people. They know who's going to be scientists, engineers, and all that because they test them and they get them geared up, train them. So the reason why basketball players and football players, the reason why, because they train themselves and they become strength trainers and all that. If you don't do those things that you got to do to make it, and then even when they get there, they still get trained more to be better. So meritocracy is a joke because everything is not equal. Everything is not equal. Because they play too much politics.
Okay. Well, people, we are way past our hour. And
You got no last word?
I don't want to take us past that. I'll talk my last word tomorrow. I got some other things that I want to bring up that's going on here in the country. And I've been seeing some things here that that kind of bothers me and stuff when I see it. And it tells me that we are, as a country and stuff and everything, we're kind of behind the eight ball here. And we're not understanding that sometimes your perceived enemy can be your best friend.
Uh-oh. You have to break that down, bro.
Sometimes your perceived enemy can be your friend. Throughout our time since World War II, we've always thrown in some folks and stuff and everything who we considered to be the axis of evil. North Korea, China, Russia. Iran. But sometimes your enemy and stuff can be your friend. You can't just throw them out because you don't like them or you don't understand what they're doing. Now, our business people took it upon themselves to move our most precious commodity, and that was manufacturing, to another country. They took it and moved their stuff over and let this country over here that everybody is saying that's our enemy, and moved it over there to them and allowed them to produce a product for us so they can bring it back here to this country and sell it. So why would you call a person or a country that you trusted to produce our products, our textiles, or whatever that we needed and stuff, and then call them your enemy.
I always think of that. I always say that.
That's all I got to say. Think about it. Talk to you folks tomorrow. Bye-bye.